All right, everyone, welcome back to another WCW Monday Nitro. Opening the show, we have the Dark Ministry, and they're out in the ring. They're doing an interview, or not an interview, cutting a promo. They're out there and they're telling Sting that this is his last warning. He needs to back away. He needs to just leave WCW for good because making his way towards WCW is their master, the Dark Lord, and basically, telling Sting it's time for you to go, buddy. So it was an awful 5 minute interview, but that's all right. The crowd heat at the end was simmering. The segment was only a 39. Okay, Mordecai enjoyed the freedom of going off script. Good, good, good. Dutch was poor. Okay, so Dutch can't improvise. Mordecai can. Vincent's just kind of middle of the line. All right, there we are. The Dark Ministry warning Sting about the coming up of their Dark Lord. Here we are, opening match. Trevor Lee versus Ryback. And decent reaction from the crowd, but terrible wrestling. Not surprised with Ryback involved. Trevor Lee picking up the win with a small package driver. Let's see. Crowd heat just simmering. Yeah, wrestling was at 38. Crowd was at 36. Segment 43. Overall, just another win for Trevor Lee. Ryback doing his job and putting people over, even though he was really off his game on this match. So there's that. Basically, that's all we're going to be doing with Ryback. Like I mentioned before, a couple of episodes back, he's just here to put people over and rack up that loss column. I think he's had a couple of wins, but nothing on Nitro. It's always been on our throwaway Thunder on Thursdays. So yeah, that's what he's doing. Trevor Lee, I'm still not sure what kind of gimmick I'm going to give him to work with. I know I'm going to change it. He's had whatever he previously had by default from when he was with WWE. We're going to be changing that up. I'm just not sure what to do with him just yet. I just know I want to do something with him. He's a good worker and has decent skills. 5 minute interview. It was a poor one. Oh my goodness, why? Sheamus. Oh, Sheamus needs a script. Poor, poor guy. Good thing he's a good worker in ring. Um, Brian Pillman wasn't there. He was off screen, but that's who Sheamus was directing his interview towards or his promo towards. He was trying to say, Brian Pillman Jr., you wanted a match. Well, now you've got one because you've got my attention. After the beatdown that Sheamus received last week from Brian Pillman Jr., Sheamus is fired up and he's ready to, put the hurt on Brian Pillman Jr. Like I said before, moving forward, I am going to try to push Sheamus and get him higher up the card and have him doing more stuff. Perhaps a championship win somewhere along the way, or I just want to do something interesting because he is putting on some good matches with some of these people. So, and Brian Pillman Jr., of course, I think he could benefit from the exposure of working with Sheamus. Let's see, what do we got? High Octane versus Featured Attraction. All right, decent match. Featured Attraction picking up the win here. Let's see who got. Christian Cage got the pin. What? Christian Cage used the spear. Okay, whatever. Fuego was the weak link. He was struggling. Okay, so Samurai is better than Fuego, but still just simmering. Ouch. Wrestling was a 52. Crowd was only at a 43. Our segment rating overall was at a 60. That's better than the others that we've had so far. Yeah, see, they're in the lows. Okay, yeah. All right, Christian was in amazing form. All right, glad he picked up the win then. So there we are, just some tag team action. Featured Attraction trying to make their way back to the titles. And they're on the right move with picking up a win here over High Octane. Nice. The Good Brothers versus FTR. Let's see. It was a decent match. Good. Decent match. FTR picking up the win over the Good Brothers, defending their WCW World Tag Team titles here tonight with a win. Very good. Crowd heat still just simmering. Can't get the crowd to go. Wrestling 58, crowd 53, overall segment 53. Let's see. Dex Harwood. Ooh, sustained a concussion. Not good. So one half of my tag team champs has a concussion. I wonder if that'll take him out of action for any amount of time or oof. Not good with Starrcade coming up in a couple of weeks. I guess we'll see what's going on. Poor Dax. What did I not? No? No? Next segment, maybe? Or did it freeze? We'll just give it a minute here because I have no idea what's happening. Hello? Anything? Anything? Bueller? 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 Ah, that's certainly odd. All right, let me try. Oh, shoot. I don't know if that's going to affect it. I was going to say, let me try restarting TEW, but I don't know if that's going to affect the show or not. Oh, hold on. Can I return to the booking screen? Oh, here we go. Dax Harwood has sustained a concussion. Some of the show will need to be rebooked as a result. Okay, what does that have to do with, oh no. What? Okay, that's crazy. Be right back. Oh, continue the show. Oh, okay, because he had an interview coming up. Oh, okay, we're gonna edit that part out. So don't worry about that. Let's get rid of Dax then. Yeah, let's remove you. All right, let's continue the show. Maybe. All right, so here we are. Cash Wheeler in the interview after the bout. Dax was supposed to be here, but he got a concussion, so he's not gonna make it to the interview. But average 5-minute interview between Cash Wheeler and JoJo. Like I said, it was Dax is supposed to be there. This is supposed to. I guess Cash can do it himself. It was supposed to be the interview, FTR saying that they're here for all comers. They're ready to defend their titles against anyone that deserves it. They don't feel that featured attractions should get another shot right away when there's other tag teams that they want to face here in WCW. And so that, yeah, Dax is hey, it got the crowd hotter. That worked. Hot and Rising, segment 61. All right. Well, goodbye, Dax. I wonder how long he'll be out. Hopefully, not long. FTR bald. Rip. All right. So here we have another interview. This one was Sting. Um, he's responding to the Dark Ministry, and he says, he knew that there was something evil that had its eye on WCW, and that's exactly why he came back to be the savior of WCW. And he says he doesn't care about any supposed Dark Lord or anything like that. He says he's going to do what he needs to do, and he was directing his comments to the Dark Ministry. So I like okay. The crowd at the end of that was white hot. That's good. Segment was a 58. Very nice. Very nice. I like it. All right, we have a match between AJ Mendez, our women's champ, and Natalia. And here she is defending it for the first time since she's won that title against Natalia. Decent match. AJ picks up the win. Crowd heat at the end was very hot. Our wrestling was a 54. Crowd was a 52, and segment was a 58. So overall, not bad. There we have it. After the match, AJ's in the back, backstage celebrating her title victory or her defense, her first defense. When she's approached by Britt Baker, and Britt gets all in AJ's face and says, you're ducking me, and that should have been my title opportunity. And but at the end of the day, it doesn't matter whether you have it or someone else has it. I'm gonna be the women's champ. To which AJ says, no, it's nothing against you. I just thought, Natalia is better than you. That's why I gave her the title opportunity. So, crowd heat at the end of that was very hot. Segment was a 70. Wow, I think that might have been our best segment rating tonight. So there we are. Some tensions between Britt Baker and AJ Mendez continue. Afterwards, we have a promo interview with whatever here with Tony Storm, where Tony's, once again talking about Natalia and says, while Natalia is busy and sure it was a title opportunity, but she came up short, didn't she? And she's sitting here wasting her time and focused on other things when she should be worried about me still. I'm still not done with her, and I won't be done until I get that Nepo baby out of WCW. So crowd heat at the end of that, very hot. Segment rating, wow, 73, even better than the last one. The women are really picking it up in the ratings here. So very good, very good. Joe Hendry versus Nick Nemeth. Let's see, it was a decent match. Joe Hendry picking up the win. Oh, he seemed off his game though. That's all right. Crowd heat, very hot. Wrestling was a 54. Our crowd rating was a 51 with a just 50, middle of the line 50 for segment rating. All right, not bad. So once again, Joe Hendry versus Nick Nemeth. They were running it back after I think they had one or two other matches previously since the beginning. And once again, they're doing decently. All right. Here we are, the match I was looking forward to anyways, because Sheamus always puts on good matches. Brian Pillman Jr. versus Sheamus. It was a decent match. Sheamus picking up the win. Crowd heat at the end was very hot. Yeah, see, Sheamus was in amazing form. Always is. Always putting on banger after banger. Wrestling was a 54. Crowd was a 53. And segment rating was a 62. So yeah, overall, I'm pretty happy with that. Sheamus once again coming through with another great match. And yeah, looking forward to good things for Sheamus. And here we are, a 5 minute angle. It's a brawl between Kenny Omega and MJF. And before the brawl actually started, MJF was out there in the ring, and hyping himself up and holding up the title and saying how he took it off of AJ and he is the best in the business there is right now and he's better than everyone. And of course, Kenny Omega takes some exception to that. So Omega comes out, gets in MJF's face, and says, he'll be happy to take that title from him and just prove how good he is. And that's, words get tossed around, and next thing you know, they're brawling. Security comes out, eventually pulls them apart, and that's how the Nitro ends, with a brawl between Kenny and MJF. Crowd heat at the end of that was very hot. Segment rating 73. Nice, nice. I like it. Let's finish the show. We'll move on like we always do to see if there's any interesting headlines or mail. And I want to see if what's going on with Dax. and his concussion. Let's see. Overall, it was a 64. Lost popularity in 11, but we picked up popularity in the 33. Picked up Pepper. Peter Piper picked up Pepper. All right, let's go on. I'll see you guys shortly. Oh, just kidding. Injury review. Yeah, let's see that again. It's going to tell me how Dax, concussion, unavailable for booking. 38 days. Oh, no. 38 days. That means he is definitely going to miss Starrcade. And I have to do something with the tag titles. I don't know what I'm going to do. I could, I guess, find a replacement partner and just let him defend the belts along with Cash, or I could just strip FTR of the titles and have some kind of match or something at Starrcade for those titles. Oh, I'll have to think about that. I think we got like 2 weeks before Starrcade, or 2 more Nitros before Starrcade comes up. So I don't know. Maybe you guys have any ideas? You could leave a comment and I don't know. What do you think I should do? Should I either find a replacement partner or should I strip them of the belts? You guys let me know. I could really use your help. Oof. I guess our tag division is just cursed. It started off with Charlie Haas overdosing, and now Dax has a concussion. Jeez. All right. We'll skip the financials, skip the popularity, no media scrum. Yeah, I'll see you guys shortly. All right, here we are with the headlines. Let's see. Rhea Ripley, performance of the night over at WWE. Not surprised. What else? Yep. Sidelines. You bald. Oof. Okay, whatever. Bad morale in AAA. Oh no. Yeah, that's it. Nothing. Nothing else in the headlines other than Dax. Okay. Anyways, let's go check the mail. Probably nothing. Yeah, injured. I know. Drug testing, only 4,000. Oh, drug testing went down. Good. And 4.6 million viewers. I am happy with that. I believe, that is more than last week. Last week, I think we only had like 4.5 something. All right, so there we are, everybody. Thank you for joining me. That's another Nitro in the books. Two more weeks until we head to Starrcade. Again, guys, please let me know. Like I said, let me know in the comments what you think I should do with the tag titles, whether it's strip FTR or allow a replacement for Cash to, or someone to replace Dax to help Cash defend the titles. Well, I don't know. I'll try to think of something. I just got distracted. I just saw Baron Corbin has an MLW deal. So yeah, that's it. Thank you guys. I really appreciate you, those who watch this. Uh, don't forget to like and subscribe if you want to see more. And I will see you guys next time. Thanks very much, guys.